What is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean Lunsgaard. So today I'll be talking a bit about something a bit indifferent. A lot of people will probably disagree with me on this and that's fair to say. It's okay. The reason that I wanted to talk about this is because being a photographer and starting up as a photographer, it's quite an expensive journey. The camera gear, lenses, filters, lights and everything, it's really expensive. And starting out, you just might not have all that money. So what are the options you have when you need some products but you don't have the money? You could buy the cheap stuff. Now here's where it gets a bit tricky because the cheap stuff is cheap. It's not that good quality and it probably won't work as well as the products that you can get for a higher price. And there's a good reason for that. Things are made cheaper and they break easier. But I am going to go through a couple of items that you can buy as a knockoff and as an original, and I'll kind of give my own personal review seen from the eyes of an amateur photographer just starting up. So I'm not talking about professional photographers that have the money and the clients to buy equipment that is high price. I'm talking about you just buying your camera, starting up, getting ready to take some pictures and needing the equipment to do so. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is a UV filter. So the idea of a UV filter is to protect your lens and to protect it from all these lights that come in and kind of can ruin your image. Mainly it is used as a protection screen so you don't scratch up your lens. Now I have two different kinds. I actually have one for each of my lenses, but I have two that I want to show you. Because one of them is a quite expensive one. This is a Hoya UV filter. I can't really see much here, but I mean, it's just a UV filter. So a UV filter like this costs around about 150 to 200 krona, which is around about 25 to 30 American dollars. It doesn't seem that expensive, and honestly it isn't, but it is for just a piece of glass. I also have another product. I have a cheaper version. This version I actually bought just for the sake of protecting my glass because I didn't trust the quality of it. I bought this from a Chinese page which name we won't mention. A lot of you know the page or the site or the app. So they're for two different lenses, but the glass itself is just glass. Now, the idea of paying around about 25 to 30 American dollars for protection UV filter is the glass is in a higher quality. You'll get a cleaner image, you won't get any waves, you won't get any scratches, it's just better glass. Glass like this, which cost me around about, I don't know, $6 American or something, if that, it was practically free. It has a different glass. It doesn't have any waves to it or anything, but it is a lower quality. I won't get the same protection from reflection from this as I will from this. So when we're talking about lenses and we're talking about UV filters, I would definitely go with the more expensive option. The cheap one will work, but the more expensive option is always the way to go. You don't want your images to be distorted just because you want to save a couple of bucks. So always buy a nice UV filter. They're not that expensive. So looking at another product that a lot of people use, especially new photographers that also get into YouTubing and vlogging, are tripods. So you can buy a whole lot of different tripods in all sorts of different places. You can buy it on the internet in the store, apps and whatnot. Now I have done this and I have bought a tripod from store and I've bought a tripod from the same site we were talking about before, the app. The one, you know which one it is. I don't have to say it. So the two I've bought are these. Now they can do the same thing. You can take the tops off both of them, you can click them on. They have a simple tripod with an extent of all sorts of different ways. Nothing special there. They're quite tight and you can wrap them around trees and branches and bushes and whatnot. And they work just as well. So which one is the most expensive one? Which one is the one from the store and which one is the one from the app? Now, if I were to pull this away, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but of course I will tell you. The larger one is from the store. So the reason I bought this is because when I ordered this one from the app, the infamous app, it actually came broke. One of the legs had popped off. I actually think this was this one. And this one actually also nearly popped off. So to be able to use this, I actually had to glue it. And again, you can get a lot of good glue, but I don't really trust it. So I decided not to use this for my more expensive camera, and I use this for my point and shoot, which actually works just fine because the point and shoot doesn't weigh that much. It can do everything I want it to do. It's got nice features on it. It bends the way I want it to, but it broke. I mean, it's cheap. And I actually only paid like 80 krona for this, which is like 12 American dollars or something, 10 American dollars. So that was including shipping. I'm not saying this is a bad tripod. This can definitely be used. As long as you don't have a DSLR or a heavier camera. If you use a point and shoot now, or if you use a phone, use one of these. I mean, they're not that bad quality. I was unlucky, mine was broken when I got it. But again, I've had a couple of these and some of them are actually fine. They're not the best quality, they're cheaper plastic, but they do the job. And if you only have a point and shoot, small point and shoot Canon or Sony or something, this will do you just fine when you're holding and vlogging, if that's what you're into. If you have a DSLR or something a bit more expensive, go for the store-bought. The store-bought will be more sturdy. It does work a lot better. It holds a lot better. And I don't see this breaking. Plus, there is a guarantee or a warranty on it, so you'll be able to go to the store and say, what the hell, this is broken. You can't do that when you buy it from the app. So I would say, if you have a smaller camera, go cheap. No problem there. There's no reason why you have to spend a whole lot of money if you have just a regular point and shoot camera. If you did break out for the big DSLR camera, go to the store and buy a proper product. One of these actually only costs around about 250 krona, so we're talking around about, I don't know, $20-30. And of course you can get a more expensive. I bought the cheaper one, but this does really hold my camera well. It's a good tripod. And some of the more expensive ones I've noticed actually don't have good joints. So they actually bend when the camera's on it. They actually fall down. I've seen, and if you do vlog and if you've seen vloggers, you've seen that both Peter McKinnon and Casey Neistat, especially Casey Neistat, have had this problem with his tripods. I have not experienced that with this one. I can't tell the brand because it's some off-brand market thing, but it actually does the job really well. There are other kinds of tripods you can buy, smaller tripods that actually give the hold that you need. So if you're not looking for one of these bigger tripods and just want something easy, something you can vlog with, I actually would recommend something like this. Now this doesn't look like much, it's just a simple little thing. So what it is it's actually a nice handle. You put your DSLR or your point and shoot here and you can hold it and you can vlog. What I like about this is, now it's jiggly because there's no camera on it, it's actually quite sturdy. What I like about this is I can push this down again by pressing the buttons and I can fold half of the hand out. And this gives me just a nice tripod. And it actually does the job. I've used this a lot with my DSLR, the one I'm filming on now. And it's really nice. I will say, it cost me 29 krona, like, again, not much. The store-bought one costs 150 krona. Now 150 krona, Danish krona, is actually around about the same as 23 American dollars, around about, plus minus. Now there's a fluctuation of the price, of course. I know Danish prices aren't exactly the same, but that's the prices that I give. Around about $23 for this, when I can get it for like a third of the price by buying it online from the app. I bought this from the app and it's good. And I've actually had the one you can buy, the store-bought one, in my hand. I've tried it. It's exactly the same plastic. There's no difference at all. So why on earth would I go out and spend 3 times the amount when I can just buy this online? You can't always get that lucky, remember that. Some of the products are bad, but it works. So the last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is this. Bags for your camera. Now, I've been looking in a lot of stores to try and find some of these a bit more expensive bags, low and pro bags and stuff that a lot of really good photographers, vloggers and whatnot use. And they are of course a lot more sturdy. I just don't have what they cost. I don't have the 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1,000 krona to buy a bag for my cameras. So what I did was I went on the infamous app again and I took a chance. I bought a camera bag. Now this is my beginner camera bag. I use another one now. It's actually a 2-part bag where when I buy it, I get nice straps for the belly. I get nice straps up here. I get a nice camera bag concept here. Now I haven't used it in a while, so it's a bit mess. It can hold 2-3 lenses plus my camera, and it's got a nice bag here that can hold either the camera if you want some more lenses in the bottom, or maybe some clothes, dry socks, depending on where you're going. It also has a rain cover that comes with it. Now, for this bag, I gave 250 krona. I gave 25 to 30 American dollars. And the quality of this is top notch. And it's a good startup bag. It's something that can help you on the way. Remember, when we're talking about things that can go in front of your lens, things that like filters and ND filters and stuff, don't buy them online like apps and stuff. Buy them in a camera shop. Make sure you get a high quality. It's just not worth ruining your pictures. But if you're buying like tripods, and if you're buying some other things that don't necessarily need to be the highest quality, you can go the cheaper way and buy the off-brand. The off-brand is fine, it works. I hope this video helped you a little bit. I hope it gave you an insight on what to spend a lot of money on and what not to. So I'm gonna sign off now. It's dinner time and I'm hungry. Hit the like button, hit the bell, please subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading again shortly, and I will see you then. Thanks for now.